Where are you at? There you go. Happy Saturday. I know, I know. You never know. This is an impromptu thing. I just felt, I guess you could say, kind of guided to do this. I want to just come on here, talk about some crossroads sorcery, if you will. But I don't think in the way that you expected. Mr. Blue Moon, what's going on with you? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You know, honestly, I do feel the current that I get, especially, it's not so much that I feel, but it's also what I'm seeing from clients, just different situations, different scenarios. Hey, Tina, what's going on? I feel like there's a good demographic of you right now that are at a crossroads in two different ways, right? Santísima kind of like Santísima Muerte kind of like did one of these. Like you should talk about this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just talk about this particular subject here. Hopefully, be able to give some information that can help you maneuver because I feel like some of you might be going through a rather dark time. It's not just about the situation at hand that is the crossroads. It is also a crossroads in your evolution, which is reflecting in all of your circumstances and depending on like what kind of cycle is ending and which is beginning. You know, there could be intensities in degrees. Okay. All right. Right on. So I wanted to come on here and just, have a convo with y'all, converse, talk about that. And then in a little bit, I'm not going to be on here that long today, probably maybe like an hour. If I'm pushing it, an hour and a half. But in a while, I will open it up for just card pulls. And of course, today and today only, I'm going to be doing Devil at the Crossroads readings. These are a fun, special kind of reading. Helps you to kind of see through the fog, because my main goal would be not to disseminate just all the answers and information, but if I can just say the things that make the lights come on, that make the dots connect for you, then that's what really matters because it needs to come from you, Mr. Blue Moon. Yeah, I get it. That's what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of people are. Now, depending on, like I said, what kind of crossroads that you find yourself in, for many people, it can take the shape of also, I like to just keep it simple, it can take the shape of clusterfucks, problems with a family member, family, relationship problems. It seems always almost, right? When it comes to these crossroads, of course, throw that into, and I would argue that none of these things probably compete with the internal conflict that you have, especially, adding copious amounts of confusion, throwing a little bit of anxiety, or a lot. Go heavy on anxiety. It could be a very tumultuous period, depending on who you are and what you're going through, and as it relates to magic work, for some reason, this came to me and I have no clue really. I mean, I know what it means, I don't know what it might or may mean for you. But the little piece of words that I got was, what's going on, Mina? The little piece of words was like, some of y'all have did butterfly magic, but y'all are still caterpillars. You know what I'm saying? And I know where this is heading. Okay, watch. Just walk with me. All right. So you do butterfly magic, still being a caterpillar, right? So that caterpillar to butterfly is a process. I noticed, especially for me during a lot of my crossroads, I would complicate things and I would compound things and make them worse because certain events would happen or transpire and they appeared to be negative. I judged them. I didn't like them. Come to find out a little bit later that this needed to happen because the shit that I said I wanted, like this was proof that my magic was working. Not that it wasn't, but that it was. Interpretation and definitions, you know? So I think sometimes one of the hardest things when you're going through some shit is to remember something like that, or to be able to look at that situation and say, as uncomfortable as this is for me, as much as I don't like this situation, even just to first ask yourself, could this be happening for me? Literally, is it happening for me? Of course, you know, at the end of the day, when the rubber hits the road, you're the one who decides the definition. You slap the label on it. You decide what it means to you, and thereby how it's going to affect you, what it's going to do for you, or what it's going to take away from you, you know? And like I said, it's easy to say. It's probably a little bit more challenging to practice, especially when you're going through the shits or major changes. Some of you have embraced your path, right? But you forget that spirit is going to need to take you out of certain situations. And yes, hallelujah, we're going to talk about relationships. Because these relationships, be they romantic lovers, be they certain friendships, and even certain relationships or relationship dynamics with certain families, these are what keep you trapped in the old self. Because all these people around you expect you to stay the same. So when you start to change, when you start to grow, as you start sprouting through the dirt, more than likely there's going to be some turbulence. Those around you are don't expect no, they're not going to like it. Don't expect nobody to grab their pom-poms for you, okay? Ain't nobody going to have pom-poms for you. You got to have your own pom-poms for you, all right? Loving life, peace. I think these are some of the most major components, because a lot of times when the discomfort of change, you know, starts to arise, first thing a lot of people want to do is like cast a spell. I know I was guilty of that too. You know, cast a spell, try and do something. And maybe there was a part of me that I can only speak for myself because I'm not you. I gotta feel like I'm doing something, right? So I'll do a spell so it's almost like a way of comforting myself. You know how people eat just because they're upset? It's like emotional eating. Well, I was emotional ritualing at different times. And mind you, I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm not saying that that can't work. It did work a lot of times, most of the time, you know? It's just, it's another dimension. It's another level, I guess you could say. Not better, not worse, just different. To understand what you're going through different eyes, through a different mind that you are acquiring. Even the old mind of yours is starting to, you know, fall away as your more, for lack of a better word, your more truer mind begins to arise, begins to reawaken, remember, reconnect, all these re's, right? And I think we're in a retrograde or something, right? So, or we're about to be. So, you know, it's a bad habit, Wise Fox. Peace to you, Wise Fox. She says, you're spoiling us. You know, daddy gotta come through with the goods, you know. But more importantly than tips, tricks, tactics, and spells is your understanding of where you're at right now, right? Maybe you just need to go through to get through. Maybe doing spells and you know, trying to micromanage things is just going to complicate shit for you. It's just going to prolong this process for you. Who's to say? Right? So I was also reminded of the laughing Buddhas. Now, there is a story, and no, I didn't come prepared because, like I said, this is very impromptu. Because if I was preparing, then I would have made sure I read the different stories of the laughing Buddha, and was able to speak in more of a detailed fashion as it comes to the laughing Buddha. But we've all seen the laughing Buddha. We've all had Chinese food. God damn it. The laughing Buddha, though, I'm trying to remember. I remember remnants of one story, but there was like three of them, right? And then next thing you know, there's two of them, and they're discussing it and like, what happened to whoever. And it's like, oh well, he died of a. Or there was like a little group of laughing Buddhas. I don't remember exactly, so I don't want to misquote, but take it as a Shangorian story, I guess. And one of them was like, well, he died of a stroke, and they all just started laughing, and the other one got like killed by a bear. What happened to so and so? He got killed by a bear. Oh, they started laughing. Now, I'm not saying to go and necessarily do that, but the point that I extracted from the story was just how we take these things. I mean, and granted, I'm not saying don't take anything serious or don't be, concerned about something or whatever, but what I was taking it is more or less of a lesson of detachment. And if you want to take it literal, laughing at yourself, in my opinion, is extremely powerful. It is therapeutic. It is liberating, as opposed to, criticizing yourself, beating yourself up. So when you make a mistake or when something happens, as opposed to being critical, let's take a lesson from the laughing Buddha. And a lot of times I laugh at situations now. I'm starting to like invoke more and more of that energy. Like it doesn't matter really what, like I can find humor in almost anything. I am that guy who may laugh at an inappropriate time, but to me, if you're going through something, I think the first level, the first stage of making your journey as painless as possible, because there is going to be pain, point blank. There's growing pains. A lot of you had growing. Did you ever had growing pains where your legs and shit? You went through that little growth spurt and your legs just were killing you. I had that. So pain is just a part of life, but we do not have to suffer. We don't have to suffer. And it's funny because we're always hearing to have patience, right? Patience. And I learned this from, what is that? Indian matchmaker. Patience is based on, and I went and researched this too, right? And I'm like, damn, he was telling the truth. Patience is the word, the etymology of that word is based on pati, P-A-T-I, pati. And pati means suffering. And I'm like, well, fuck patience then. I'll just take my time. To me, taking your time, not being in a rush, not being, stuff like that. You could say it's patience, you know what I mean? But now that I know the true etymology of that word, I'm just kind of like, wow, okay, suffering. So basically you just fucking suffer. Long suffering. They were long suffering. I'm sure you've heard that before, right? But you also know somewhere inside you that the only way to get through is to go through. So you can fight, you can swing and punch the air, kick shit, break shit, all you want. If it makes you feel better, go ahead and do that. But we both know you're going to go through this shit, right? And then when you're on the other side of this, there may be a time of homeostasis, peace, everything is cool, but it will come again in another form because change is the constant. That's the one thing that doesn't change. The only way out is through, says Wise Fox. I'll even highlight that because it's true. It's true. And me in my 40 something years of life here, like, I mean, I still have a tendency to want to, fight, resist. Of course, Of course, we all do, you know? But when there's just certain times where you're just going to be like, you just have to surrender because there's nowhere else to go. Your back is literally and spiritually and figuratively up against the wall. You got no choice. Well, you have a choice. Like I said, you can fight if you wish, or you can jump. You can go through. Don't resist, you know? And I think that's one of the most important parts anytime you're at a crossroads is first to get some type of level perspective, as neutral as you can, void of your emotion, void of the story that you put on this particular incident, or this shouldn't be happening because of this and all that stuff like that. Just get a neutral perspective. Start to decode what is going on. If you're at the end of a major life cycle, you can expect a lot of things. And, you know, the other thing with that is these endings, they all don't happen at once, right? A major life cycle might take a year or two to really fully end, maybe more. I don't know. You know, I notice with all this type of spiritual shit, none of it is really black, white. None of this is digital. It's analog. It's like looking at a rainbow or a night sky that's the sun's coming out, or dusk where the sun's setting. There's a point in the sky where the darkness and the light, you can't tell which one where which one ends and which one begins. And many of you feel like that right now in your life. I don't know if I'm ending or beginning. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know if I'm coming. I don't know if I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. And trust me, I empathize. Also, if you're seeing a lot of angel numbers, especially 99999, something is closing. But you have to understand that that simply also means something is opening. There's no opening without the closing, and there's no closing without the opening. You know? And sometimes you might be seeing a lot of these signs and messages right now because they're preparing you for what may happen maybe 6 months from now, a year from now. So let's say you're trying to, you keep seeing a bunch of things, angel numbers that are like really positive, right? A bunch of 888s, 333s, all this other stuff. Doesn't mean the shit's going to happen tomorrow. It could be for the next 6 months. It could be, you know, it could be next week, but it could be also over the next period of time. And slowly things will gradually increase in intensity and in proportion and in, you know, whatever that is that you want to multiply. Flex Supreme, what's popping? Shout out. Because I remember when I'd be going through shit and then they've been on my ass forever, like for a long time with the angel numbers. So let's just say I would start to see angel numbers, you know, maybe my attention was more focused on like prosperity or something. And I was going through a rough time financially. I'd be starting to see all kinds of things. Of course, I did like all of you do and fucking Google the shit, right? And a lot of it means your guides are next to you. They want you to know it's about to turn around. I'm like, oh shit, okay. I didn't know that the about to turn around part could be months, maybe even a whole year before you fully begin to realize it. You know what I mean? So being able to take your time, being able to just go through this, you know? Now, when I see a lot of, sometimes if something else happens, yes, I see it, but I don't have to be affected by it. I don't have to take it in. I don't have to, you know, have an attitude about it for the next 2 weeks. I don't have to lose sleep over it. I don't have to give myself an ulcer over it. Am I making sense? You know what I mean? So, yeah, but that's why I was prompted to just do this impromptu thing. And I'm like, hey, why not? It's Saturday night. Hey, you know, I'll come on real fast. Maybe we'll get, you know, like I said, in a little bit, shortly, I'll do a couple complimentary card pulls. And then for those of you who are going through the whole Crossroads rigmarole, if you want a Devil at the Crossroads reading, then you definitely Want to stay tuned. Hold on, let me just put that in. Thanks for reminding me. But yeah, I'm curious, has anyone here, I mean, I know of one person because she just said it, going through a lot right now. It's inseparable. It's inseparable. It's like if you don't want that to happen, then in some ways you got to just not grow, not evolve, which is basically impossible. You know, you could slow it down. You could evolve at a molasses speed, you know, Machiavelli Crooks, shout out. But anytime you're going, you're growing, you're changing, you're expanding, the fact that you want more is going to require change, which means something's got to go. You got to trade it in for something. You can't just keep what you have now. As far as even what I mean more specifically, being the person that you are exactly right now. You got to allow yourself to grow in the direction of a person that's something naturally, that's a byproduct with this person having that success or having that relationship, or even as it relates to your spiritual growth. You know, stop fucking comparing yourself to what you hear people say, other people's experiences and all this other shit. I mean, that's great for them, but fuck that. Fuck them. Pay attention to you. All right. Yours is very unique. Lady K, shout out to you. I missed you, Keish. Where you been? How have you been? First of all, I'm glad you're here. Shit. I ain't seen you in a minute. Hot minute. But am I making sense to you guys? All right. If I'm making sense to you guys, I'm going to tell you, I just put a 777 in the chat. Since it's Santissimo's day today, she's the one that told me, like, hey, you should have a conversation. Why don't you converse with them? Because some of them are really going through it right now. I'm like, okay. I'm still going through different changes, but the changes, you know, the effect is outside, but inside, I'm at peace. I can just sit back, and then from that place of peace, I may determine what I choose, how I choose for this to, what I choose for the outcome to be. You know what I'm saying? And then there's times where I know this is a part of another outcome I previously chose. So we have to get all these, dot our I's and cross our T's out of the way so that this other shit, this is all one process. It's one big piece of gumball. It's one pot of gumball. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if something starts going, I used to be like very reactive, reactionary. Reactionary means you are subjected to an outside cause or an outside person. Like they own you. The situation owns you. Okay. There we go. Ba, 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 ba. See, that's what I'm talking about. Thank y'all, folks. I feel special. Juanita Jackson. So being able to go through some of these things while in a crossroad moment, and truth be told, we're always going through some type of a crossroad moment, right? Whether you have fish or chicken for dinner, I mean, could be considered a crossroad moment, right? I mean, it just all depends, you know. Do you choose to call this person up that you just met? That could open up a whole bunch of timelines that you could never know. You could never know. We'll never know. And if you choose to do it, do you do it? Who knows? That's up to you. You know what I mean? So we say we want certain things, and these things are like, if this is us, these things are outside of our comfort zone. So we have to, expand that comfort zone. We have to grow. We have to allow ourselves to grow because we will naturally want to just grow. Growth and expansion is a part of our divinity. We also came down here so we can minimalize ourselves, so we can grow again and learn and have an experience. But I get it. A lot of yes, we're all gods and goddesses, 100%. We're also fully human, right? So the humanity wants familiarity, of course, wants safety, wants to know it's going to be okay. The humanity would prefer that you live the same day over and over again because that means you're safe. If you survived yesterday, then we should do the same shit today because that means you'll survive. You go doing some new shit. Bitch, I don't know if I can protect you, you know? So there you have it. You know, I'm curious and I would like to see some of y'all just kind of put in a chat. I mean, you don't have to leave me a novel, just, a brief anything like what kind of crossroads are you going through right now? If you are, it could be small. There's different smaller, crossroad type of situations. We're always at a crossroads. Anytime you walk out that door, you're in a crossroads. You know what I'm saying? So we're constantly leaving one and going into one all the time. All the time. So, I mean, you might as well kind of get used to it, right? Because that ain't going to stop. But anyways, what I think I'm going to do now, because I'm already 26 minutes into this, for about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, I will do some complimentary card pools. And we'll see what comes out for you. We'll see what comes out for you. What information. I don't know what it's going to be. I'm just pulling the card. That's all. We'll see what comes out for you. Flex Supreme 5, marital separation and new job. Yeah, didn't I just say a couple minutes ago that a lot of times these like, or I don't say that they're more major. They feel more major, right? But these definitive types of crossroads, I notice when shit's just never going to be the same. As soon as I get out of this crossroad, or as I'm moving through this crossroad, I already know shit ain't gonna be the same ever. Like, life is, as you know it, is permanently changed. And what are like the two places that, of course, they always go to? A trifecta would be the marital separation, the either new career, a changing career, new job, something like that, and the death. So you actually got out of this pretty good. I mean, not pretty good, but my heart, you know what I'm saying, goes out to you, Flex Supreme 5. Always remember, too, it could be worse. You know what I'm saying? That's not to just speak lightly of your situation, because I know that it's got to be hard. It has to be challenging, for you. But if you can understand that, I'm going to just say this. I'm just going to if you can understand it's happening for you, even though the last thing on earth is that it feels like that. Okay. We both know that. And thank you for sharing that, Flex Supreme 5. It can be difficult, folks. It can be very difficult. And there's going to be plenty of times that are, even if you're growing in a way that you really like to, there's still going to be those challenges. We need the resistance. We need the challenge. It's just a part of this whole, it's a part of this whole experience. You wouldn't build no muscle without resistance. You wouldn't build no strength, basically, without resistance. Mr. Blue Moon says, a potentially new job and freedom of self. Okay. Blocks been on my finances. Renita, it may be blocks. It may seem like blocks. There may be something else going on. And I'm willing to bet there is. Then again, it can be both, right? Peace to my brethren, Frankie Evans. Financial crossroad and breaking of bad habits. I heard that, bro. I heard that. And good for you, Those habits that no longer serve you. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do now is I'm just going to open it up we'll do some complimentary card pulls for about 10 minutes here. And what you have to do to get yourself to cop you one of those is just simply put a hand emoji into the comment section. So just put a hand emoji, hand emoji in the comment section. And the way that I do it is I go to the very bottom of the chat. I just stay there, and whoever is at the bottom, I just pick them, So if you are wanting to procure yourself one of these hot, toasty ass cards of the day, that's what you do. How you doing, Brother Evans? How's the cop recording business going? I see. Mina says, hold on real quick. I see you. Mr. Blue Moon, I got you. I'm about to pull for you right now because you're the one I seen pop up at Salone. I got you. It's usually goddesses first for me, but keeping it fair. New job, breaking out of an abusive marriage. Wow. Okay. All right. So first of all, I call in my guides, my inner daemon, and all my etheric upper support team. Any lying, deceptive, counterfeit spirits, entities, thought forms, or spiritual influences are hereby banned and blocked from this transaction. Okay. All right. Mr. Blue Moon, card of the day for Mr. Blue Moon. Card of the day for Mr. Blue Moon, shall we? Card of the day for Mr. Blue Moon. All right. Got the hamster wizzy. Got the hamster wizzy. All right. So with the hamster wizzy, what's coming to me for you? And this is also a way to kind of enhance your creativity. I don't know if you're a creative person or not. Okay. Some people are more creative than others. That's fine. That's just, how it is. But what I'm sensing here too, what they're showing me is you're wanting new stuff, new experiences, but while just doing the same old shit. So the way you can counteract that, my friend, is to begin every day. Every day you just do something different, something new, something in a way that you did not do yesterday. Okay, well then you should be really good with this. Something new that you didn't do yesterday. And that's probably why you're feeling creatively stifled. I have a feeling you're feeling creatively stifled too. And you need some new, to use a saying, you gotta get some air, bro. Like you gotta maybe do something like every day, because what that starts to do is it starts to set the pattern. It starts to open you up to new influences. Okay, cool. Yeah, then this was for you, bro. It was for you, bruh. Okay, so yes, you got to start doing some new shit, and I'm not talking about just doing the most. It's better to start un poquito, but be consistent with your poquito-ness than trying to do this big old fucking production every day, because that's not going to work. You're not going to stick with it. You're not going to do it. You're just going to fall back into old, deeply ingrained habits, right? And you and I both know as fellow artists that there is nothing like when you're in your artistic zone and that shit just comes through you, whatever your art is, and you look at it and you be like, where the fuck did that come from? It didn't come from me. For a fact, without a doubt, you are communing with the divine through your art. Okay. So you have to, as you start, I'm just going to give you, in closing for you, examples. Maybe you go for a walk every day. I don't know if you walk. I don't know what you do, right? And if you do go for a walk, don't go through the same route, right? Maybe you take a different way to work this time. Finally, I feel like going this way. Instead of going shopping at the same fucking place I always go to, I'm gonna just go over here. Why? And WTFN, right? Why the fuck not? Maybe it'll be uneventful, but still, it's not about if anything happens. It's not about, the clouds splitting and the light of Jesus shooting down your orifices. It's not about that. Okay, good. Yeah. And I know already we kind of share something, because that's how we get our ideas and our inspiration, or we clear our head for the inspiration to come through is a walk. You know what I mean? All right. Who do I got next? I'm done with Mr. Blue Moon. Somebody give me a hand emoji. Let's get this going. Let's get this thing popping. Yeah, the Devil at the Crossroads reading that I'm about to open up in a few minutes. That one is for like, we'll give you some information, more direction on some things. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the red and black jokers, okay? And the black joker is the fool, while the red joker is the magician. The fool is where things are going to want to take you, where the wind wants to blow you, right? And the red joker's going to show you where you can make the most magic happen in your life right now, okay? Mina, you little persistent vixen, you. I see you. Got you. Okay, what do I need to say? Why am I here to speak to Mina? Why am I here to speak to Mina? And by the way, Mina, I know what you meant when you responded on my video. You're like, no thanks. That's yeah. I'm not gonna go into my personal details of anything, but like, yeah, there's looking, like you're looking for something, and then there's exploring. I just happen to see what comes through. I'm exploring. I'm not looking for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, as in that way, anyways, as regards to. All right, so Mina, you see that? Do you see that, Mina? They're like, Mina, roadblock. Yeah, well, this is definitely speaking to internal blockages. And there's really no such thing as internal blockages. There is just the half of you that wants to go this way, and there's the half of you that wants to go that way, right? And you might be conscious of being this one, but you're not conscious of also being that one too. So there's secondary gains here. And what I mean by that is there's still something you are getting, even though I see you actually moving through this very challenging time for you. As such, there is outside influences around you who shall remain nameless. And if I was going to describe the effect that their energy seems to have on you, it would be one of a block, okay? You are in a process of your very own spiritual evolution. You're in a spiritual initiation which is what you're in. And a spiritual initiation, I like to keep things very simple. There's no need to complicate shit. Is basically just a period of time, a season in which you strip away what is not you, what is no longer you no more. All right. So I'm feeling resistance from the other party as well. It's not like this is just an amicable thing in regards to what you also stated here. I feel like that influence is popping up. I don't know if you two are still like under the same roof, or if you're, free as the bird. I want to fly away. But Jessica Rodriguez, I got you next. Yeah. There's also a change in your career. I feel like a change in another. Or there may need to be. I don't know if you're happy in your career. I think that's more of a time-related issue. I think that will show up a little bit later, definitely, because sometimes you got to prioritize things. You can't take care of everything at once. You feel me? But yeah. Do you do any? Well, I would suggest, I can go back and forth like forever. You know what I mean? But spiritual fortification is one of the key words that I want to tell you, because it will at least allow you to kind of plot and plan your next step, or open yourself up to the insight, the channel of what you should do next. You get me? Jessica, what do I have for her? Jessica Rodriguez, Carmela Ali, peace. What do I have for Jessica Rodriguez? Folks, if you want one of these comps, you know, these comp cards, you know, just when you see me getting close to the end of the reading, see if you could just put your hand up, because as soon as I'm done, I just look at the bottom. All right. I don't scroll back. I don't see who was first. Well, do all that shit. All right. Jessica. Okay. I don't know what you're doing, but I feel like this has to definitely do. This can also relate to, it's either going to relate to something business-wise or job-related and or family, okay? Because I also feel maybe you might be possibly going something. But what I'm saying, what I'm seeing here, though, and what they're wanting me to tell you, and I don't know if you're exactly going through it now, or if this is kind of like a what's to come, or like you're about to go through this, is the Trinity. Mina, you got that. Trinity, okay? So we see here, you know, this is all about, when we think of Trinity, right? You can think of like, if you could think about Christianity, right? And how they say the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, or the triple goddess, right? Three, but one, synergy, all working together, and or support for you, okay? Support for you, all right? So if you are going through something right now, or if you find yourself kind of going through a challenging little situation, I feel like you will have either support of very close friends or family, okay? And maybe you're the kind who also has a lot of what if anxiety going on. A lot of times your little monkey mind wants to get to jumping around. That's okay. We all have had those times, you know what I'm saying? But you will be supported, definitely. And business-wise, I can't help but tell you, I see something you like involved either in a project, a business, or a job situation in which you're in a dope ass team. It could be a team of 2, it could be a team of 15, you know, but everyone is just like on the same page. And if you're not, then you're definitely going to be in one, because that just won't leave me alone. Next. Who wants a card? Put your hand emoji up. I'm done. And I do realize too that the stream you're watching me on is probably going to be mad delayed. You know what I'm saying? To some extent. So you're trying, like, I keep trying to put his hands up. Meanwhile, I've already like done 2 other people, you know. Salome for life. I see you. Okay, hold on. What do I have to say for Salome for life? What do I have to say for Salome for life? What do I have to say for Salome for life? Let's see what we got here. I would say be patient, folks. Go ahead and suffer, okay? As you wait, suffer. Be patient. All right. Thank you, Jessica. Did that resonate with you? Did it make sense to you? And I'm not worried about if it did or it didn't, because it will. Trust me. Salome. Just a moment, Salome. Hold on. This is also feeling to me like a word of encouragement in a way, because sometimes that's what it's about. All right. I feel that you are entering into, like, for you, I know like we're all about to be going through fall, right? Autumn, right? But for you personally, this feels more like a spring as far as in your life. What I mean is, as winter moves into spring, yeah, it gets the darkest, but then that's when you start seeing the buds and the things sprouting, right? I feel like you're moving into a very fruitful and showing this your card. Just like Mother Earth. Mother Earth provides. Mother Earth produces. You know, she's a producer. You are going through a producer stage in your life. You're going to be able to produce the things that you choose, the things that you desire in a lot more organic fashion. I was going to say, but you could say efficient too, right? So that's, I feel where you're headed to. I feel right now there may be some challenges though for you, and it may seem like this times can't get here quick enough. You're also going to be moving into your feminine sexuality world is about to have quite a time. We'll just put it to you that way. Practice making babies, okay? Don't actually make them, but yeah. Okay, Nalini Maraj. Nalini Maraj. Well, you're about to see your fruits for working hard intensely. I promise you, okay? I promise you. If I ever see you in person, you can take me for coffee, all right? Say, you know what? You're right. Let me get you a coffee. I got you, Nalini Maraj. Nalini Maraj. What do I have to tell Nalini? That's almost like a tongue twister. Nalini Maraj. Nalini Maraj. Nalini Maraj. Speaking, what is the name of this video? It's Crossroad Sorcery, right? What do you have, Nalini Maraj? What do I see for you, Nalini Maraj? Well, there it is. Crossroads. Why, thank you, Salome. I appreciate you. Crossroad situation, crossroad time of your life, right? To me, I'm also feeling this has more to do right now, though, with a particular crossroad situation. And unlike other situations where you have to choose between A or B, you know, am I going left or am I going right? This, it seems like sometimes when you're in a crossroad situation, what makes it harder is there's no set choice to choose from. It's just like, what are you going to do, right? And essentially, it's move forward. You can go to the left. You can go to the right. You can try and go back, but there's really, I don't really see that's usually never really a good option. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know exactly what your whole get down is, if you do spiritual work, if you don't, if like, I don't know. Okay. But what to me, they just illuminated this particular club, right? So if these are all your different ways that maybe you could go, and you don't know which way you should go, what they're telling me is you're in a time right now. What's most important for you, Nalini, is to open up. I don't know if you meditate. I don't know if you ever have. I don't know if you ever kind of quiet yourself down just to receive, right? Just to receive. Or even like we were just talking about going for walks. Going for a walk, if you set the intention that by the time I get back, I'm gonna have the idea. Even if I don't consciously have it, like I don't have conscious awareness of it, I know that I have it when I return from this walk. You could do one of those. Does this make sense to you, Nalini? Machiavelli, I got you. What am I doing here for Machiavelli crooks? What am I doing for Machiavelli crooks? Show me what I need to tell Machiavelli crooks. What do I need to show Machiavelli crooks? Okay. I appreciate you, Nalini. And if that makes sense to you, then you probably got to further go into your meditation with an intention. You know, I don't know what kind of meditate. Sometimes we just whatever. But if you have the intention of needing an answer, wanting an answer, as far as pertaining to your particular situation, you know, they'll be more than happy to give it to you. You will give it to you. You know, you got to access that part of you with intention. Because just sitting there trying not to think of anything is cool. It's good. It's a way of kind of like reset, unplug. But they're telling me to tell you, go into your meditation with an intention, specifically regarding this particular choice. And I do feel I feel it's like kind of / life, like, and work. you know, and that could mean, like, just an example, do I take this job over here, or do I move over here to try and do this work? Or, you know, it's kind of like, what am I going to do with myself? If I had to put some words to it, that's what it feels like. All right, Machiavelli, you ready? Machiavelli. See, I don't want to be ruining surprises, but I mean, I got to tell you, this is what I'm seeing. Okay, this is what you got. You got the roses. Shit's roses over here, blood. It's lovely, blood. Okay. Lucifer 11, I see you. I see you. Welcome. What do roses do, yo? They bloom. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm getting here is, I feel like there's also, I feel like there's a relationship, or when I say that, don't get scared. Don't get scared, man. I know I'd be like, wait, what? No. The right kind of relationship, because remember, we can structure, come here, pimping. You know what I'm saying? We can structure a relationship any way we choose, and anything that fits in our parameters, right? So any kind of situationship, relationship, I feel like there's something kind of hot coming though towards you, and it's going to impact the rest of your life. Also, it's going to have what is it? Shock waves that go through. You know, we can compartmentalize ourselves, but the truth, we're holistic people. We're holistic beings. You know what I'm saying? So, someone's coming along to put a pep in your step. Okay, that's what I'm getting with this. Someone's coming along to put a pep in your step. And mind you, I don't know your situation. I don't know if you even got somebody. If you do, hey, I'm telling you, you're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to refuse. It's a deal you can't refuse. Okay, they're gonna give you a deal you can't refuse. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. This is gonna happen. You know, it just fucking happens. Okay, and I don't want to hear anything from you Christians. All right, because one of your highest esteemed dudes was like a serial adulterer who had this bitch. Oh, she's married. Okay, send her husband out on the front line for this next little war we got going on, and he got fucking murked. So, honey, you ain't married now. Okay, so I don't want to hear shit. Hey, Chalk. Some things, there's, you know, when you come down here, when you incarnate here, your contract, I'm sure it's probably pretty thorough, right? But there's those bullet points in your contract. It's like, we can negotiate about this. We can, you know, we can arrange something different with this. We can arrange how we do this, that. But these right here, you're going to experience those. Now, I'm not necessarily saying for sure that that's what, because some particular relationships are fated in a way. At least that's how it appears to me. Like, the way I like to describe it is, you could be in fucking Siberia, you go run into this bitch somewhere, you know. You can be in China and the bitch gonna pop out a bowl of rice, you know. Like, there's no escaping, you know. Tasha, I see you. Yeah, I see you, Tasha. Yeah, but am I making sense to you, Mac? Am I making sense to you, Mac? Mac and cheese. Crazy that they got Godfather music playing in the background at work. I love the way they work, don't you? I mean, come the fuck on, man. Shit. In sync, like the fucking band, all right? Goddamn. Goddamn. Salute. Salute. All right, Tosh. Now, remember, what I told you is based on your energy and all this stuff like that. So if you just keep going and doing what you're doing, this is what's going to happen. Is there a possibility that you can alter that or change that? Of course. So don't go fucking up my reading, man. Okay? Tosh. Tosh, I got you, Mom. I got you, Mom. You got the same shit, Tosh. I don't know, you're just tuning in or whatnot, but this is what you got. The same one, the hamster wheel, be coming up a lot. Don't you notice that if you've been watching my last few readings or when I go live and stuff like that? But yeah, Tosh is also living Groundhog's Day. So if you happen to catch my advice for the last person that got this card, I would say yes, this extends to you. If you didn't, I'll just briefly recap. It's time to start venturing out and doing some new things, no matter how small. Maybe creating new, tiny little habits. Like if we were just talking about going for a walk. If you don't walk, if it's possible, go for a walk. Going to some place different to shop, you know, maybe even, I don't know if you're the kind to go out by yourself, you know, have lunch by yourself, or maybe go grab a drink just by yourself, you know, something like that. But it starts to open up also possible timelines so other things can reach you. Because sometimes we get so ingrained in our familiarity. It's better, Tosh, it's better to do it this way than to wait until they say, okay, well, we see this bitch ain't gonna get out of her fucking comfort zone, so we're gonna have to fucking send some tower moments her way and shake some shit up. But one way or another, change gonna come. Okay, so, oh yes, it is. So you're gonna have to, like, I would be proactive in it, you know, as far as, because what it feels like to me, and this is another thing I want to tell you, they're telling me that there's a long trip needed. I don't know what the fuck that means. Yeah, Groundhog Day. The other word for this card, Tosh, I call this Groundhog's Day. Me personally, I call this also Groundhog's Day. Just same old fucking shit. Same old things, mundane routine. And I get it. Like, our routines can serve us, and they do serve us, or else they wouldn't be our routine, right? We're getting something out of it. We're able to sustain a lot of times, but sometimes that's all these routines allow us to do, is sustain, not to, or just to maintain, and not to grow, not to thrive, not to expand, you know? Lucifer 11, I see you. Got you. What do I need to say, Lucifer 11? What do I need to say for Lucifer 11? What do I need to say? That's what I was going to do. Fuck. Lucifer 11. Let me see. Wait. Oh, there it is. Okay, so what I'm about to do also is open it up for anyone who wants to get a Crossroad, a Devil at the Crossroads reading. Now, don't be spooked out by the title. That's not what it's about. All right. Lucifer 11. Whoops. Utilize the mouse. You have a mouse, sir. Like, use this. You don't have to be doing all that, you know? Habit. See what I'm saying? Habit. Lucifer 11. What do I got? What do I need to show Lucifer 11? What do I need to show Lucifer 11? All right. You know what's funny? When I was telling your name, Lucifer 11, for some reason I just thought of this TikTok video I seen like maybe a week ago, and they were talking about. Have you ever seen the mountain that shows up when you go see a movie, right, by Paramount, and then you see all the stars flying around, then they fly around the mountain, you know? And I did not know that this. I mean, it actually made sense, you know, according to this particular mountain was the mountain that Lucifer and the fallen angels fell to. And the stars, the number of stars around the paramount symbol matches according to, you know, biblical accounts of how many like fallen angels, you know, whatever, something like that. But, and then I see this, right? Straight razor. So, sir, just like their water got cut off, right, from where they were to where they are now, allegorically, of course, I feel something's getting cut away from you. Now, I'm kind of confused, and I'm not going to lie, kind of confused about whether this is you cutting something, but this is getting something cut away, right? To me, this feels more, this is also, that's why they call it the straight razor, you know, straight razor, like something's getting sliced, something's getting cut away, you know, like a surgeon's scalpel is designed to cut something away from you. You know, now I'm not going to say this is necessarily a negative thing, although whatever this is that's getting cut away, it may be something that as you are right now, you would prefer to keep, but you don't realize how this is not serving you. And this can actually come splintered. This can actually come splintered. This is like, I feel like this could be, you could be headed for, or maybe you already are, I don't know. Like a double dose of shit, like the job getting cut away and the relationship getting cut away, or a relationship, an important relationship, a relationship that you viewed as important to you getting cut away because there are things that you don't know, you know, possibly. But okay, glad it makes sense to you, Lucifer 11. I'm sure you just needed confirmation more so, and you wanted to see if I was going to get it. Okay, which you did. All right, like, and I'm not going to front like I know exactly which one is which. I just know that I got to say what I got to say, but I do know it's going to make sense to you. You know what I'm saying? And between your ears is where it needs to make sense. I can give fuck less. Like it has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? So if I did my job, then thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right. Right on. Hold tight, bro. Hold tight. And they're also telling me to tell you, don't be so reactive. I don't know what that means. Okay, but just don't be so reactive when it gets, because a sliced off is sliced off. It ain't gradually falling away like the leaves start to do it fall. No, it's sliced. You know what I'm saying? Like $1.50 shit. Okay. It's like that. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more comp card pools, and then I will open it up for if you want. Now, if you would like to get your Devil at the Crossroads reading, if you're in a crossroads and you want more information as to where you should go, what's hampering you, and where you should stay the fuck away from, what, you know, then you want to just follow this thing sliding across right here, where we are. Yeah. $25 to paypal.me/Shango Ray or $Ray Shango. PayPal.me/Shango Ray or $Ray Shango. $. Let me open up the phone. All right. So when you're ready, I will be ready. All right. So I'm going to open up. Matter of fact, if you're ready, just go ahead and do that. If you want one, I'm going to do it here live. This is a 25 card spread. These are fun. These are fun. I think I maybe did this one other time. All right. Renita, I see you. Y'all are trying to get this work. You know what I'm saying? Just please. I'll get to you. I'll definitely get to you. Renita. Just a moment. Hold on. Because I'm seeing where I'm being drawn to. I'm going to show you your card just a second. Okay, let me show you your card first. Now, if you notice, these 2 words really stuck out to me. Interference and disease, or something possibly of it means obviously a whole lot more, but these are just some key little points that I put on there. But interference and disease, man. Interference and disease. Dis-ease, not in ease. So this could, yes, be affecting you physically. It could be a physical, literal disease. But I feel whatever this interference is kind of causing the disease, and the disease is causing the interference. So you have this yin-yang of fuckery going on right now. And it just seems like the yin-yang. If you ever seen the yin-yang wheel, it just spins. It just spins. It just keeps going round and around, ongoing. Okay. And it feels like, and if you're not kind of going through this right now, then I feel like based on everything that this is like kind of the phase you may going through. But actually, I feel like this is probably something that you are familiar with. Been going through it, feels like you're going to always go through it. You're not, however, it does feel like that. And there is some interference. And honestly, my very first impression of this interference was a relationship that just is not cutting it anymore. A relationship that is not cutting it, as far as either you need to buy yourself a very long spoon to feed this person with, or you need to get you a scalpel and cut this shit away. You know, cut it off if you can. That people pleasing gonna put you in a box, yo. That's what they told me. That people pleasing gonna put you in a box, yo. That's what I have for you, Anita. This is also about, you know, you understanding like, damn, I am worth some shit. I am worth it. I can say no and I don't have to feel bad. I don't have to partake in just because people want to pull me here and there and this. Like you know, it's kind of like starting to be, you're in this is kind of a necessary phase, and the ongoingness is just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. The ongoingness of this situation is just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse until you can't take it no more, until you jump out of the pot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, I'm getting cooked, you know? Yes, I understand you're single, but you also have family somewhere, right? Or a friendship. I didn't say romantic. Yeah. They're telling me to tell you this, though, just more so kind of as advice, but because it's easy to get lost in this kind of sauce. It really is. Okay. Anybody else would like one? If you would like to get if you're at a particular crossroads right now, then you should let me do a Devil at the Crossroads reading for you. It's a 25 card spread. All right, depending where the jokers are at and what's around the jokers, we're going to find out where you should be headed. Olympia Delamar, got you. Yeah, you can't be getting dumped on, Renita. You know what I'm saying? Healthy boundaries is the word for you. This is a time where you begin to build and establish healthy boundaries. Do note, there are going to be those who have a fucking problem with that because they're used to their, you know, their doormat, Renita. Like, I could just do whatever. I can just, you know, they're used to that, Renita. They're not going to be used to like, hey, listen, can't do that right now, okay? Maybe on Sunday I'll have time to hear you out. I don't know. And watch. They're going to drop like flies, a lot of them, all right? Olympia, what do I have to say to Olympia? And of course, you know, if y'all like are getting something from this, you can always just paypal.me/Shango Ray or $Ray Shango and, you know, give a thank you donation or just, hey, anything. Circulate to reciprocate. Reciprocate to circulate. Olympia. 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 We have Olympia. I'm about to show you your card, Olympia. Olympia, I feel like you're just at the beginning stage of like you're creating something, okay? And the card you got is the mustard seed. But also because it's an ace, all aces are new beginnings of some kind, except for the razor blade here in this particular system. But yeah, mustard seed. And the mustard seed obviously grows into one of the biggest plants, right? And you, of course, we all know that old saying, if you have faith just the size of a mustard seed, you could tell that mountain over there, jump in the water, and it will. Okay, but you're in that phase right now. You're about to see some things. And also, there is important to whatever it is that you're building or creating. Okay, Tasha, I got you as soon as I'm done with this. Thank you so much. Let me see. I don't know where you sent it to. Did you PayPal it? Let me finish this real fast. In accordance with this, though, you have some messages coming. Now, these are going to take several different forms. You know, a certified letter, something in the mail. Of course, messages, text messages, emails, something like that, and that you may have put out. But also, there's going to be insight. There's going to be some. This is getting to be a buzzword now, just like conscious community. These words, but a download, if you will. I choose to just say insight because the sight comes from within. You know what I'm saying? But an insight. I had an insight today. Oh shit! I had an aha, an insight. You know, I like that instead of download. Because down, it ain't coming from up there down. It's coming from within you. You're just freeing it up. You're actually able to see it now. You know what I mean? So mustard seed in regards to whatever it is that you're creating now. Okay. In regards to whatever it is that you're creating now. All right. So Tosh, please step onto the front, would you? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Step on up, step on up, step on up, Tosh. Okay. Now, what I'd like you to do, Tosh, since we're going one-on-one here, I'd like you to just take a couple breaths. I'm blocking a lot of people lately. Okay. You're absolutely right. You're doing the right thing, Renita. You're doing the right thing. And I also see that even though you're blocking a lot of people, yes, you're doing that, but then you're having that afterthought kind of like, should I have done that? Like, even though you know you should have, there's that. I feel like you're the type of woman that kind of, and it's not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing. You have like a bleeding heart. You know what I mean? But you got to know how to stop the hemorrhaging sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Go forth, Olympia, with, you can even be confident that, okay, look, I don't know how this is necessarily going to turn out. And I don't like that. And I accept that, right? The acceptance that you don't like the unknown part of it is another form of competence. It really is, you know, so have, I don't want to say faith, but trust that you will learn what you need to learn when you need to learn it and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So you will have the performance confidence. I don't know if this is just if you're starting over in all areas of your life or what, but yeah, you're not new to this. You're true to this. You got this. All right. Now, I'm sorry, Tasha. I'd like you to just take a deep breath. You know what I'm saying? Just take a couple deep breaths. How about that? And I'd like you to just project whatever your vision of openness is. Maybe it's a desire to want to know more about whatever situation it is. I don't know, however you put that in your head. You just imagine that you're sending it to me now. Okay? You got it? All right. Okay. So tell me what I need to show through this crossroads, devil at the crossroads reading for Tasha. What I need to know. Hey, at some point in time, Olympia, you didn't know how to walk. You know what I'm saying? Or how to do, you know, when you're like a baby and shit. You just, it comes. You know what I mean? You got it. You got it. No, this is just going to be straight. I'm just going to go, I'm doing for you, Tosh. If you want to like ask a question in your head, you can. But the devil at the crossroads reading, I'm not asking. I don't want to be. Yeah, no, you're not asking me a question as far as like literally or typing it. They're going to tell you what you need to know or what needs to come through for you at this time, you know, in regards to your crossroads situation or situations. Okay. Give it to Tosh. Give it to Tosh. What do I need to say to her? What do I need to say to Tosh? I'm not, what do I need to say to Tosh? All right. All facts, no cat. Let's get it. Ooh. Now this is a 25 card spread, and I don't have a whole lot of room on here, but I'm going to make this shit work. That's what we're going to do. All right, just a moment. Just a moment. Hold on now. All right. Trying to fit all this in this little space here. All right. Yeah. Now, usually, if I'm doing a Crossroads, Devil at the Crossroads reading for you, and no jokers show up, that means one of two things or both things. It means now is not the time to change or switch up what you're doing right now. So it's a way of them saying, hey, just keep doing what you're doing, and or the spirits ain't ready to communicate with you just yet. Because they understand there's a timing factor as it relates to here on Earth. You know what I'm saying? And in this three-dimensional, sometimes knowing the right thing, but at the wrong time can fuck you up, right? It could adjust or have you somewhere or doing something that you shouldn't be doing at this time, you know? Just a moment. It's like I gotta scoot this shit back. Sorry, baby. Hold on. All right. Well, I got the basics anyway, so I know what I need to say to you almost. Just a second. Spell them all out. Okay. So I'm going to start with the Black Joker. I wish I could show you this spread. I'm going to show you. Okay, so first of all, the Black Joker. Wow, it's funny. I wish I could show you this shit. Like, it's going to be real hard. Maybe I can. I don't know. Like, you really can't see it. Like, okay, these are all your cards. This is crazy, yo. Both of your jokers are to one side, right? So usually the joker could fall in this spread, and you're going to want to look around the joker. But if there's cards missing, there's a reason why they're missing, which is why I'm going to use this other deck here. All right. So for you, there's a woman that's showing up here. And it's funny because underneath the joker is what this particular joker is saying you need to let go of. All right. So underneath the red joker in the corner, at the top corner, is this woman, the Queen of Hearts. But underneath the Queen of Hearts is the other joker. And when part of this reading is whoever's on top of the joker or whatever is on top of the joker is where you should go. There's some mommy issues that are very much so holding you the fuck up. Thank you. This is insane. It's crazy. Insane. I like that word. Some people say, you're insane. You damn right. I'm sane inside. You're absolutely right. I feel like there's something having to do with this woman who I just feel is your mom. I feel like this is your mother. I can't not feel like this is your mother. Why are these cards missing? Why are these cards missing? Hold on real quick. Because what I'm seeing here too is what is hampering you. Usually, like I said, these cards usually fall somewhere in this spread. So there's a card above, below, to the west, and to the east, right? But both of your jokers here are missing their west, which is what hampers you. And the only thing I'm getting for you anyway, as far as like on the hampering side, because I know we want to know these things, right? That's how I'm going to get some more information with this. Is this woman keeps showing up, and I can't. I know this is your mom. I know this is your mom, right? Now, what benefits you? As far as your magical self, creating that change, creating, the life that you want, moving in a direction like that. I have to say, I don't know how social you are. I don't know how social you're not, but they're saying, in a way, I'm taking this as kind of like socializing, but socializing with intent. Okay. Whatever your interests are, find out where they're doing that and begin to network. Okay. Begin to network. But like I said, I feel like there is either there's some shadow work and some healing having to do with your mother. Okay. It is also the way out, because I feel like everything around you is also guiding you to deal with these challenges, with these pains, with these wounds incurred by your relationship with having, or lack thereof, possibly, I don't know. But whatever it is with this woman, you're also being guided to, and this is the other joker here. Doing this is going to cause a large karmic shift, because it's not just you're healing when you heal. You do also heal your lineage or lineages, that you send shockwaves of that through your lineages. And part of this may be for her. I don't know if she's transitioned or not, but show me what's hampering, why is what is hampering her not showing up here? Is it that there's just nothing but her, hampering her? All right. So in one way, whatever your memories, and I think that some of this is also suppressed or repressed, repressed shit having to do, or whatever it is with this woman, you're not even aware of right now. It's like your subconscious mind took it and put it somewhere, and it's like, don't worry, this is too painful to deal with. We're not going to deal with this, and there's a part you don't know about it, but there's a part of you that always does know about this. Okay. Now, as far as also what you need to leave behind you. No, Lucifer 11. This is for Tasha. She paid for a Devil at the Crossroads reading. As far as now, this black joker is also kind of like the Fool, right? So we have what you need to leave behind. I believe you may have some friends, okay, of course, some homegirls, whatever, and they like to talk to shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I feel, okay, thank you. There has been some things that have happened, maybe even recently, but of course, there seems to be kind of like a reoccurring theme with you that I'm getting here. And this is also saying to you that, like, look, it seems like things happen to you. Seems like people, like, just sometimes, like, you'll end up on the short end of the stick. They be blaming you. Sometimes you're the subject or the topic of malicious gossip and shit like that. Always feeling left out. You know what I mean? Last one picked on the team. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. And what they're saying is, one of the things that she needs to leave behind, and this is all a part of her awakening, or her growth, I guess you could say, her evolution, her transformation, her transmutation, is the victim mentality is what they're saying. Okay. The victim mentality is what they're saying. And it's easy to feel victimized when you have certain shit like this going on, not understanding your relationship to your matrix and how we are the cause of everything going on around us, right? Even though if it doesn't seem like it, even though if it seems unrelated, those are the facts that we really can't change. Now, we can deny it. We can deal. Okay, if you're the projector, then your reality is the screen, right? You can try like dealing with the screen, or you can try dealing with the projector. It's time to start turning inwards with a lot of this. Yes, I have 3 moms because of my birth mom. I don't trust people. Right. Okay. There you go. There you go. Bingo, bango. They ain't wrong. You know what I'm saying? So hold on. I want to do this for you, Tosh, real briefly. And then I'm going to cover as far as like what benefits you. Because I do want to keep this also positive. And to me, it's all positive because we have to be able to accept, you know, these darker sides of us or things, our traumas, our pains, all this other good stuff. All right. So why is what hampers her invisible? I'm already getting something. Yeah. You have a lot of repressed traumas that you right now you're not actually even aware of, that you don't know, that you don't even know that are there. Okay. As well as it seems like some karmic traumas that like the pain generated, the energy generated from the pain and the trauma of certain past, I guess you could say past life situations, that shit just carried the fuck over. Literally. All right, so one more time, let me see about this. As far as for this, why is what is hampering her not showing up here? Why are these like this with the crazy shit? Look, this is what I pulled for you. 2 5s, yo. 2 5s. You know what this is telling me? A whole lot. This is telling me about also how the you have a lot of internal conflict with you. You know, it seems like nothing is simple. If I want to do this, then there's another side that's like, nah, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But there's some changes of heart. It really comes down to that little tiny girl, to be honest with you. It comes down to this little tiny girl and having to do with this woman right here. I mean, this set the precedent. This was like the blueprint from which all other beliefs and things that you formed about yourself and about your world, and these beliefs and stuff are what create the circumstances, the situations, what kind of people we attract, what kind of people we just can't seem to attract. All these things go down to your blueprint, right? Are you partaking in any form of therapy right now? I mean, it's easier than ever now to take part in therapy, where they got all these apps with actually very good therapists on them. I would highly suggest therapy for you if you're not in it. You can't do it alone right now. You know what I'm saying? There comes a point in time that we all need somebody to talk to. All right. Exactly. Look, what benefits you, right? As far as with one of your jokers. And this is not about the high tower this time. This is about having a different perspective, a different outlook on the situations in your life, and also, of course, your past. All right. And this is trading in, because I feel like another thing with you right now is you're almost naturally pessimistic, if you will. Even if it's more just inside to yourself, you always expect the worst, because that's a defense mechanism. Because you can't be disappointed if you already expected the worst. The problem is expecting the worst truly with every fiber of your being, even when you're hoping for new shit, better shit, is you're going to keep producing the worst. Like, you're really going to get what you truly expect, not what you want to psych yourself out that you expect. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. And the other thing, like I said, as far as what would benefit you right now, is also, I don't even know what you do, to be honest. I don't know if you're doing anything, right? But yeah, so networking. Well, I'm going to tell you what I got. I got to stand on my square as far as like when I get something, I just got to trust in that, you know. But they're telling me, because also being around other people will start to, like I said, number one, it starts to open up your circuitry in here because you're around new experiences, right? So if you're going to go learn something from somebody, or let's say, and this is just an example, I'm not even saying you're interested in this. Let's say you want to start investing. So you go on Meetup, you find maybe some like group of investors, right? And there's maybe like how to invest, right? Something like that. And there's somebody in there who's a lot farther down the road as it relates to investing than you are, right? So it's like just kind of being around that person, you start to absorb that kind of energy, and like it's able to benefit you. than just, for example, if you just tried learning to invest on your own through some online class or through some online digital course. You know, it's a different experience. It's like the same with going to see certain speakers or certain events in person is different than just watching a recording of it. Hey, Susie C. I ain't forgot you, Susie C. I got you. Don't worry about it. I was, but it was too expensive, so I stopped therapy. Okay. Have you tried any? Well, I don't know. I don't know how you meant to do that, but there are online apps that are very inexpensive, like BetterHelp and other things like that, where they're available to you now. So I don't know. I don't know if you've checked that option or not, but expensive. I'm gonna tell you what, Tasha. It's going to be expensive to not do it for you. Okay. It's going to be expensive for you to not do it for you. So just kind of open up your mind. Yeah. But it feels stuck. Okay. Well, that's exactly where, that's how you want to start to move about with that, to get unstuck. Even if you don't work with any of these people, like we don't come up with a project together, but just the fact that we're kind of like coming together and we're comparing notes, they're learning from you, you're learning from them, things of that nature. Definitely. One more. This went kind of long, but I had a lot to say to you. What about this? What about the magician here? Where can she make her most magic? What about again? What? Change of heart. You start changing your heart or allowing your heart to change, right? Because right now you're trying to do a spiritual business, but your heart is fucking compressed down with all this other shit. As you start to take care of yourself and invest in yourself, thank you. Hallelujah. They're speaking to you right now, Tasha. All right. As you do that, your business is going to start to expand. And you won't feel like a fraud. You'll feel authentic. You'll feel genuine. That's going to come through in all that you do in regards to your spiritual business. Okay? Does that make sense to you? All right. Yeah, I'm feeling definitely, I know this sounds almost mundane in a way, or it sounds kind of like, duh, but like for real, get on these apps. I mean, $60, $70, $80. Like if you don't have that to invest in yourself, I don't know what to say to you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you smoke weed? I know you spend money on other fuckery, like we all do. All right. You're not just living like on ramen noodles and you know what I'm saying? Like you have it somewhere. You can find it. And the moment you start putting your attention on where you want to start circulating some of this energy, money, more will come in. But it's designated for that, not to go buy some new pair of fucking shoes or, anything like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's like you can will the funds to come to you for that. What more worthy cause than healing yourself, getting assistance with that, So if I was you, I'd just start simple. I'd look on some online app and get busy with that first. Just start with that first. You know what I mean? You can find one for like $60, $70 or something like that. Even if you just do it once a month, it will impact you. You'll be surprised at the effect that you have, Tasha, when you are able to speak with somebody who's impartial, who's there to help you. And a lot of times just verbally processing something, hearing yourself say something like, I can't believe I just said that. You know what I mean? Like, it's very transformative. Yes. Your heart's already open. It's open, but at the same time, it's not open as fully as it could be. Because anytime you're in defense mode like that, your shit is like, if you can imagine, I don't know if you see auras or if you see chakras or anything, but when you are feeling certain higher emotions, those open things up. And when you're spending most of your time in more lower frequency emotions, it contracts them. Oh, you're sober? Okay. But you get what I'm saying, though, okay? Maybe it's cheesecake or something. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. Where there's a will, I'm talking to a spiritual person, right? You have to understand what I'm saying. Where there's a will, there's a fucking way, Tasha. It just comes down to a choice. Even though you may not know from the moment that you make that choice that how the road's going to open up for you, you just know it is. And it will. It's period, point blank. What's up, KD? Self-love is the best love. Self-love is just, it's inseparable from any other kind of love. That's going to be in there too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't separate your love of self from your love for somebody else. Matter of fact, if you are claiming to be in love with somebody else and you truly don't like yourself, you don't love yourself, you know what I mean? What you are really in love with more times than not is how that person makes you feel. That person is like a drug to you. That person is just like a certain level of codependency there because you're not able to give that to yourself. So you feel that this person is the source of it. I have to get it from him. I have to hang on to him. I got to call Shango to have him do a spell because this guy's acting funny and I can't have him leave type shit. You know what I'm saying? I actually do have enough. Yeah. Tasha, you sound like a fucking Virgo. I actually do have enough money. I just hold on to it. Yeah, come on. Hold on, Tasha. I do this with love. Okay? Come on, Tosh. Shit. You're right there. You are where you need to be right now. You know what I'm saying? This is your time. Maybe that's the one thing to do something different. Like, remember that hamster wheel shit? You had the 10 of clubs in there too. I don't know, man. It's here for you. They're waiting for you. They'll take 10 steps towards you, all right? But you got to take that one fucking step. Just begin. Every day you wake up, begin again. Every day you wake up, begin again. If you just take one step today, fine, great. Tomorrow, take one more step. Don't worry about the other, how many thousand steps it seems like it's going to take for you to do. Fuck all that right now. You're only here right now. This is all you got right now. Give it all you got. Give it all you got. My honor, Tasha. I do this. It's my honor, for real. If you would like your own Devil at the Crossroads reading here, I can feel them talking right now, can't you? Yes, I can feel it in the air right now. Now's the time. Now's the time. If I was you, I'd get on in on this. And here she comes. Ladies and gentlemen, prophetess. Tasha, by chance, may I ask what kind of, if I may ask, you don't have to say if you don't want to, that's fine. I get it. What kind of spiritual business do you have? Or are you wanting to create, I don't know what your exactly situation is. Oh, Kamira, I'm not doing card pulls, although I'll probably just end up doing a few more. So I'll give you a card. But if you'd like a Devil at the Crossroads reading, 25 card spread, $25 to paypal.me/Shango Ray, $ Ray Shango. $ yes, okay. Okay, yeah, let me see here. All right, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Those are the two ways. Oh, looks like we may have another one. Oh, yeah, we do. Is that Lady K I see? Lady K, is that you? Is that you, Lady K? Oh, you didn't answer the question, Tosh. I wanted to know what kind of business it was. If it was like a product related business, is it service? Is it both? Is it what? You know? And also for those of you who are interested in getting some Reiki put on your ass, we have a certified Reiki practitioner now, our very own prophetess Vance, also known as Celestial Earth Goddess. And when you have time or you have a moment there, Celestial, I mean, I don't call you Celestial. When have I ever called you Celestial? Prophetess Vance. All right. If you want to find out how Reiki can help your finances, Reiki can help your sex life, Reiki can help your whatever, right? Everything's energy. And also, if you maybe want to find out just more about what Reiki is and exactly what it could do for you, then you want to contact Prophetess Vance. Right there. All right. Lady K, where are you? Where are you, baby? I see you LLC'd up, Tasha. That's great. If that, you know, if you, hey, Tasha, it's my honor though. You got this. I know those demons seem scary. They always do, you know, but face them and watch what happens to them. They end up transforming. They end up carrying you. They end up lifting you. You understand? They lift you, literally. Lady K, are you around here? I'm a spiritual teacher. I do lectures. I see. I sell products, courses. Oh. Okay. All right. We have another spiritual teacher there. Here, yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and pop your link up in there. All right. I support. You know what I'm saying? I'm a supporter. I'm a high fiver. All right. Okay. I got you. Lady K, I'm about to hit you. I don't want to say your initials are LD. I don't want to say your name. I know you know that I know. You know what I'm saying? I know you know I know. All right. So come get this. I'm about to do yours. So if and when you see this, lady, I think you're Lady K. I know you are. Yes. I know who you are. Yeah. So if you are you here? Are you here? Are you present, Lady K? Or LD? I don't want to say the name on here, but I know that name. Maybe I'm not. Yeah, well, sure. Okay, LD, you just sent in 2-5 for a Crossroads reading. Let me make sure this is. Well, like I said, Tosh, if you have a there's no note here, so I'm guessing that's what it's for. Okay. Wow, and you got 111 in your shit too, your address. Dude. Yes, I knew it was you, Keish. Yeah. I knew it was you. Anyways, I'm gonna do yours. So you know what? We don't need to be, even if you're not here presently present. Okay, cool. If you're not here presently present, all right. As you're watching this, whenever you do watch this, because you're probably at work, more than likely, go ahead. Actually, you don't have to see the cards right now, but I want you to just project your desire, okay? As you're breathing naturally, relaxing, grounding yourself. As you're doing that, just go ahead and project your desire. Do me, okay? As far as just an openness and a willingness to hear whatever it is they got to tell you, okay? However you do that, however that feels best for you right now in this moment, okay? So go ahead and show me what I need to say. Hold on, let me see. I need a little bit more room for this shit. I can do that because you know why? I got a mouse now. I don't have to be all like that. I can make shit move like this. Okay. All right. Show me what I need for LD. Show me what I need for LD. I feel a need to wash. Show me what I need to do for LD. Show me what I need to say to LD. Devil at the Crossroads, come through. What do you need? How can I best serve LD? Show me what you need to say. Yes, I got you, Lady K. I knew it was you. I knew it was you. Especially when I seen the address. I know that address. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm doing you right now. So just go ahead and take a deep breath, relax, open up, send me your desire. Yeah. Send me your desire to know. Okay? That's all you got to do. You just relax your little self. Okay? Let me see. Now, as I mentioned, if no jokers show up in the reading, that is a very clear and strong indication right now is not the time for you to change courses or change actions or anything like that. It's basically them saying, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Okay. Now is not the time, because we are in human meat suits, and the timing of things is definitely a very an official thing. It's definitely a variable for us. You know what I'm saying? Timing is very important here. We exist in a physical realm. There's no time outside of physicality. Damn, looks like shit. They ain't trying to say nothing right now, Keish. Or what they're trying to say to you is, whatever it is that you're doing, and I feel like you have been doing a lot too, to be honest with you. There's no need for any abrupt change right now. And even if you feel like you want to, because you're a little bit impatient, sometimes you're a little bit restless, okay? I believe you're a Leo or something? Yeah. Because right now, they're just pretty much like, no. I mean, there's a couple other things that, okay, give me some added information, because you have no jokers, Keish. No jokers came through for you. So that's their way of saying, like I just said, right now, you're actually doing what you're supposed to be doing. And as the change is needed, you will know exactly what the hell it is. But right now is not the time to diverge from what you're doing. That's a clear point they're making here. Out of 25 cards, not one joker. All right. I don't mean to be so simplistic with you. Maybe you needed to hear that. I know that in some form or fashion you need to hear, because I do feel also, just from you, period, I'm just feeling there is a little bit of restlessness though. But what you don't understand is all the shit that you're doing right now it's about, the result is about to be visible to you. Okay. But if you change, if you flip a script, you might endanger that, or what's the word? Compromise that. You know what I'm saying? All right. Give me any further information, further advice out of this that I need to deliver to Lady K. What do I need to deliver to Lady K? Any other things? Yes, I see your hand up. Lady K, what you got? Is that raised to ask a question, or is that like, or are you just saying like, kind of like hallelujah, hallelujah, like if you was in church or something like that? Which one is that? What kind of hand raise is that? Then there's don't fucking move, put your hands up. Which one is it? All right, let's see here. Any other information for Lady K that I can give to her? I mean, I don't control. If they got nothing to say, they ain't got nothing to say. It's pretty much like you're good right now. I'm taking it more so like you're good. I do feel that you're restless though. I feel like there's a sense of restlessness going on with you, but they're saying, hey, yeah, because if we tell you something, you may actually do it, because you are the type to do some shit. You know, you are the type to do some shit. And right now we don't need you diverging from what it is and the trajectory that you're on right now. So it's very important that you actually stay doing what you're doing right now. Okay. Just sit tight. Does that make sense to you? But am I right in feeling that you're restless? Because I feel fucking restless right now doing this shit for you. Okay. One more time. What do I need to tell Lady K? What do I need to tell Lady K? Holy fucking shit, dude. Just a second. One more. Mm-hmm. You're a Leo, aren't you? Lady K, you're a Leo, aren't you? Mm, I see. Okay. Just a second here. I'm giving you further and just additional information. I don't know what. Okay. Shit. I don't know what. All right. Just hold on for it because I got to do this. Count these cards real fast. 6, 31, 37, 37, 49. Fuck that, dude. I'm not going at my maths right now. Shit. All right, look. These are the additional information I got for you, Keish. Dude, there's some dudes popping up here, yo. I don't know what you're doing, Keish. I'm not trying to put your business out like that, okay, Keish? All right. But are you in player mode right now, Keish? Are you in player mode? I do also feel, man, you know what it is too? I think some of your restlessness may also feel like having to do with a change of work, either career or where you're actually working. Am I wrong or am I right? Okay. And for some reason, this out came out like that, right? So underneath was this. I feel like this female is work related. That's the first impression I got. This bitch is kind of slick. You could say she can pop it with the best of them, right? She's an opportunist. She kind of almost has like the gold digger energy too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm feeling also, besides change, I'm feeling conflict though. I'm feeling conflict. I was almost tempted to say like I almost feel like there's like two guys almost wanting to fight over you or something like. And I'm probably be saying that just because the way these two landed out here, but maybe some Sag and some Pisces action. Not quite sure, but like, oh shit. Or maybe somebody from your past, and there's somebody now that you kind of like are feeling like, hey, this might be the one. You know what I'm saying? This might be the one. Also, right now, to help this part of your journey go smoother, they're telling me to say that it's important that you assess kind of like what your priorities are. And I know you have a lot of different things that are highly important to you, but it's important right now to be able to kind of like balance those out, because I feel like sometimes you get pulled too far to the left for too long or too far to the right for too long. You know what I'm saying? So to keep things moving a whole lot smoother, what they're saying to me is, like even down to like, you might want to write this shit down on paper. I would highly suggest you write this shit down on paper. All right. To me, this is you. This is coming through as you to me. I don't know if you got the sexy back tattoo or not, but yeah. And you're looking at all this situation kind of coming through. Maybe there's two gentlemen that you've been dating. Like, I don't know your personal situation, but I definitely feel the energy of two men here. Okay. There's two men here. And whether they are literally kind of like going head to head, or if this is all happening kind of energetic, because sometimes when you're dating and shit, if you are just dating, I knew you're a Leo. Yeah, I knew you're a Leo. So if you're just dating, I don't know what your situation is, right? And there may be somebody from the past. This could be somebody either from the past, a possible Sag, but doesn't have to be a Sag. Could be a fire sign, could not be. But another thing about this person, I feel the reason that they are in the past is to me, honestly, this person kind of has like a darker energy to it. to him. Okay, to him. And in some ways, I feel, like I said, it feels like there's conflict. And of course, I know this also reflects your inner conflict, something you're conflicted about right now, whether it's also, yes, if it's, like I said, I don't know your personal thing, but the relationships, and or I am also strongly, I feel, having to do with your profession, with your job, with your career, maybe either the actual company you're working for, staying in the same career but doing it from a different place, or maybe in a different way. That was when you asked. All right. Oh, damn, your feed must be like way off. Okay. But like I said, what they also want me to tell you is there's somebody at work. This bitch thinks she's fucking smart. She just thinks she's so fucking smart. And she is. She can be very manipulative. And for some reason, this is unmistaken to me. I feel like this information is at work, an opportunist. Like, she'll throw your ass under the bus. She can get you fired, perhaps. I don't feel like she's management or anything like that, but she may be cool with a manager or something. So she has a way to execute her plans, or she has a way to get shit done. But just be mindful, be aware of this person. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm preaching to the choir as I say that to you. All right. But that's what I have for you, Keish. That's what I have. And I thank you, Keish. I appreciate you. We kind of roll back like prophylactics too. All right. Like, Keish has been around. She goes and she comes back, She comes more than she goes. Okay. I appreciate that. Much respect. So if any of you would like a Devil at the Crossroads reading, okay, now some of the things that could come forth from this cross, as you just seen, she didn't get no devils at the crossroads. So right now they're saying, hey, hold tight. Right now is not the time to be shaking shit up right now. There's a time to shake shit up, and there's a time to maintain your course. And Keisha got to maintain your course. So if you'd like to know something before I get out of here, we're heading up in 2 hours now. I got about maybe 5-10 minutes. If you want to get it in, get it in. All right. Find out what's hampering you, what you need to leave behind, in which direction, so to speak, will you be able to make the most of your magic. All right. You'll find out where the wind wants to blow you, where does fate want to blow you? Where does fate want to blow you? I know where she want to blow me. Okay. But you find all that with the Devil at the Crossroads reading. If you want that, that's simple. $25 to the paypal.me/Shango Ray, or $Ray Shango. Simple. Very simple. Larkeisha, you out there? I know you're out there. I see you. No, I know that, Susie. Are you referring to that thing, right? Susie, you're referring to that thing? I told you I got you. Don't worry. Make sure I didn't miss nobody here. Gotta relog in. But this has been a great time. I've had a great time with y'all, as usual. We always have a great time together. That's why we get together, you know what I mean? So it just makes sense. Yeah, it just makes sense. All right. If anybody else would like a Devil at the Crossroads reading, $25 to either paypal.me/Shango Ray or $Ray Shango. Yes, that's what I thought. Yes, I got you. Okay. So it'll be coming to you sooner rather than later. All right. I got you. All right. So if we're not, then you know what? I think we will close it out. I don't know. I don't want to close it out and then somebody sends something. I want to make sure everybody gets what they're supposed to get. I don't nobody sent nothing there. And nobody has sent there. So if you would like a devil, this is your last chance, last call for the Devil at the Crossroads reading. And in this particular kind of reading, you're going to find out where you need to go and what avenues can you make the most of your magic. Can you create the most magic? Can you be the most magic? What's hampering you? What's holding you back? What do you need to get rid of right now? All these things are very important questions. And they're answered in the Devil at the Crossroads reading. All right. I got to keep checking this shit because, yeah. So if I ain't get no takers, then I guess I'll be on my way. Thank you for all who, let me pull complimentary cards for them. I appreciate that. I'll put this away. Oh, this is mine. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you especially also, of course, to Tasha and Lady K for allowing me to do a Devil at the Crossroads reading. And if there's no other takers here, I think I shall be on my way. All right. Well, you know what? Thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful Saturday, early Sunday. This is also a great time to do some prosperity or money work today. Well, for many of you, it is Sunday, right? But this is a great time to do that. All right. Sunday's one of them days. All right. So I actually have a lineup of work to do just for that, client and personal. Another thing about prosperity and money spells, you don't want to just wait till your shit is fucked off to do money spells. When you're on top is the best time to do money spells. Why? Well, I'm going to tell you. Number one, you're already feeling plentiful. You're feeling abundant. You're feeling expansive. So that would be the time, because emotional transference is a motherfucker, right? It's real. So that'd be the time that you want to take advantage of that. Is she a fire sign? Is this woman a fire sign? Is she a fire sign? Is this woman a fire sign from the Lady K? This woman a fire sign for Lady K. Is this woman a fire sign for Lady K? Yep, she's the fire sign. And I'll just show you the cards here. That was a very quick question. Also, this was just, I feel like this, she also kind of maybe has like maybe she ain't like Butch Bootleg type masculine, but I feel like she has also like a masculine kind of energy to her also. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Tasha. You're fucking awesome, okay? No bullshit. Thank you, Prophetess. Yeah, but Lady K, she's a fire sign. She's a fire sign. However, she does have I would say she has like a lot of air also in her chart, because she's really on that kind of like that mental shit. You know what I mean? Some people just know how to get to people mentally. Like they can get in their heads if you let them. They can get in your head if you let them. In some circumstances and situations, it's almost like they can seem to read minds, but if you can peep them, then you can kind of compete at their level. But they run circles around a lot of just the regular humans, Absolutely. Lady K, does that clarify what you need to know, though? All right. Okay, well, you can always contact Ash Shango right now if you would like to schedule. The only appointments I do make now, since I don't do personal consultations anymore, this is the only forum through which I do consultations or consultations or readings or divination. But if you want to have a consultation, a ritual application divination session, and it is titled that because I do a divination over you and your situation, so I can see what's going on, because let's face it, a lot of times clients can be full of shit to some degree, or just, you know, there may even be other things outside of the client's, you know, awareness. So I do that. I also check to see whether it's cool we even work together. I do that. I call that an ecology check. I like to do that too, because you might be a great person. I'm sure you are. You know what I'm saying? I like to think of myself as a great person, but the two may not mix for whatever reasons. Unknown, unseen. I don't have to know. I'm at that place and I'm at that stage in the game. I don't got to know. They tell me go left, I just go left. I ain't got to sit there. But why? Why you want me to go left? Can you like create a detailed report for me so I can like review it and stuff like that? No, fuck that. Go left. So yes, you could find that at either shango-ray.com, or you can email me if you just want to inquire about something. Ask shangoraynow@gmail.com. All right. Well, thank you all so much. It's been fun. We had a great time. And it's my intention that if you got something from here, it's like you are definitely gonna get what you're meant to get when you fuck with Go. When you fuck with Shango Ray, that's a given. Okay. And I'm just grateful. It's my honor to be able to be here for you at this time. Okay. I'm here for an informative time, not a long time. So peace and infernal blessings. You know what I'm saying? Sarava, all that good shit. And we're gonna be up out of here. And I don't know, we're gonna see you for something. Oh, tomorrow, if you are a part of the my hex text group here. Let me see. Do I got that? What's that? Anyways, you can text me. Okay, you want to do that because I do also do a weekly reading for those on the hex text line. I have a phone number, a text line, so that way you can, and I can actually receive personal messages through that as well. But yeah, so you could do that. I don't have the phone number right now, so fuck it. You know what I mean? But yes, Pastor T, you are late. God damn it. Yeah. But anyways, we're out of here. I will see you, some of you, excuse me, I will see you tomorrow on the weekly read. Part of being a part of the Hex Text, a little chat text messaging group is every Sunday I send out a weekly read strictly designed for those who are part of the Hex Text thing. So it's a full weekly read using the Cards of Life divination system. Very informative, very accurate. So you definitely want to check that. I wish I had the number here. Sorry. I know it's bad business, right? I need to have something for that. Anyways, infernal blessings. Take care of yourself. Enjoy your Saturday and your Sunday, and we'll talk soon.